how about having your son? That's got to add like a wonderful, super complex aspect to it. How's the big guy? Before you, I swear to God, he's like a little local legend in his own right. Like he will have a blue check next to his name one day. Your son, I'm
Before
pretty.
I do, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the way things are going, he'll have it before I do. He um he is doing the virtual school thing. It's funny that you say that because right before the pandemic, we had him in karate, and we were leaving karate class one day, and this grandma started yelling, "Hey, I know you," and chasing him, like running out, because we know we teach him stranger danger, so he's running in the opposite direction, and she's chasing. I know you. And my husband jumped in and like intercepted, and he goes, "Where do you know? From where do you know him from?" And she said, "From Instagram." And he was like, "Lady, he's a child." You don't know him because you've seen a video or some pictures of him. And she went, "Oh, I just wanted to meet him in person." And Ellison was like, "What the fuck is going on right now?" He was
That's
so we had to have a
hilarious.
conversation about that. But that's happened a few times. And it definitely makes me question whether I overshare. But when I
Mm,
start to question my oversharing, he then goes and does something, and he'll go, "You should post that." And I'm like,
uh-huh.
you really don't care? I don't care. You should post that. He's like, now he gets it. He's a
Yeah.
fan.
I was going to ask you how you navigate that with the kids. And because I know everybody handles it a little bit differently. And I interviewed Toast recently and we were talking about you. I was like, Deena just has a way of being able to navigate that social media world where, and I think you could definitely add influencer to your list of titles now and content creator. So, how the hell do you do it all and stay sane?
I mean, he's a big reason. Years ago, before Instagram was even popular, I was posting quotes and things that my kid was saying. He was probably 2, 3 years old, and I was posting, all the memes you see now that's like him, me, that just like break down the conversation.
Uh
So
huh.
I've been doing that for a long time. I just didn't know. I never had the time to figure out how to construct that into like meme form. And I never really wanted to be honest with you, but pandemic hitting, giving me that free time sitting in my closet talking to a wall trying to do a radio show kind of made me feel like maybe there's something else out there for me to express myself creatively. And so yeah, I started posting some memes and got picked up by some different publications. Were reposting my things here and there.
Chive and all sorts of shit. Yeah.
Chive and Scary Mommy and the Today
Mhm.
Show, and once that happens, then you see like the other meme makers or people. It's so weird how it just snowballs, and then that happens, and then you gain respect, like whatever respect
Yeah.
means anymore, but you get respect, and
Mhm.
then people start following your stuff and commenting on your stuff and DMing you and teaching you things, and um, it's kind of cool, like that. I always thought that it was really stupid. Always thought it was really stupid,
Mm.
but I have learned more in the past couple of months from people reaching out, genuinely just trying to be helpful, than I have in the longest, which is pretty crazy.
That's awesome. And that should tell you something, though. You are not an accident. Everything that happens from you is a result of hard work. And that's what people, I think, notice and why they want to help. Because if you were like a fraud or somebody out there trying to just kind of, maybe I can, like, with minimal effort, put something out and get a ton of credit for it. And, like a lot of people try and do nowadays, but you don't cut any corners. And I notice that you put in the work and you try and do it right, which is, I mean, a lot more than you can say for a lot of people nowadays. Because when it comes to social media, it is like such a crapshoot. You never know how people are going to take what you post. But if you're sitting there worried about what everybody's thinking every time you post
Mm-hmm.
something, that's when you get in trouble. Yeah, if everybody agrees with everything you say, then
Right.
there's something you're not doing
Then
right. So
you're way too vanilla, and no, and you're not making an impact one way or another. So people are going to, you're either going to be someone's shot of whiskey or you're not, and that's the bottom line. So you
I
can
like that.
work yourself up over it, and you can second guess everything that you do and talk yourself out of doing some really funny shit, which I have done. I mean, I've been to that point where I'm like, that would be so funny, and I put the whole thing together, and then I talk myself out of it,
Mm-hmm.
and it would have worked. It could have worked. And then somebody else is going to go and do it, and it could be huge for them, and you're going to kick yourself for it. So I would rather take the risk and then, I don't want to say ask for forgiveness, but I mean, take the risk and take the hit, lose the followers, whatever it is, be true to myself if I feel so strongly that something is funny or that something's going to resonate.